Hello, God bless you. I saw a video today that hi, Che, good man, miss road. Good man wey no sabi choose. Che, please watch the video. Watch the video and see for yourself. I'll come back. For now, I'm still trying to gather myself. I don't know what to say yet. See you when you watch the video. Chai!
31-year-old Tiffany met 51-year-old Mohammed 6 years ago at a nightclub. Though Mohammed was still married, the two struck up a lightning-fast friendship, and once Mohammed's divorce was final, he and Tiffany leapt into a serious relationship, culminating in I Do 3 years ago. But now she claims he's changed and doesn't pamper her the way he once did. And he asserts she's insecure and money-hungry.
Money was never an issue. He promised me a Porsche. He promised me a new house.
She thought I was a bouncer at the club at the time until I was walking out of the office and she realized I was the owner. Then all of a sudden, hi.
She lit up.
Yeah, she lit up.
That is...
And like a gold digger type thing.
Mohammed wants to know if this marriage can be saved. Today on Divorce Court.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Tiffany Michael and Muhammad Hamoud. Ms. Michael and Mr. Hamoud, you two have been married for 3 years. You don't have any children together, but you have 2 children from a previous relationships that are older now. You don't want to be married anymore. And Ms. Michael, you are seeking $42,000 in transitional support from Mr. Hamoud, and we will resolve those issues later on in the proceeding. Before we do, however, I'm going to start with you, Ms. Michael. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why we're here in divorce court today?
We met, he owned a nightclub, and he was married at the time. I was in Ohio, he was in Michigan, and I would always go up to his nightclub and just, see him, hang out with him. 6 years we stayed in touch with each other. He was
how
great.
much in touch were you?
No, nothing.
No touching?
No touching.
No,
Okay.
none of
Just
that.
in touch.
She didn't break up our marriage or
Oh,
anything
okay,
like that.
okay.
No,
Just
no.
checking. Go ahead.
He was going through a divorce at the time anyway. He was on the verge of getting a divorce.
Right.
But he was a great guy. He would always come to Ohio. He would always take me shopping. It was always about Tiffany. What's your dreams? What's your ambition? Everything. I was a priority. And then things changed. They just slowly changed. It was great.
Slowly changed, or was it abrupt once the I do's were exchanged?
No, it wasn't abrupt. I just noticed a change. You can feel it. It's a woman's intuition.
Can you give me an example of some of the things that you felt differently about after marriage?
Okay, for example, when I would call him like the first year of our marriage, when I would give him a call, and he would always answer his phone. Now, he doesn't answer the phone. He's on the roof. Like, you're always on the roof? You live on the roof. Like, seriously, answer my phone calls. Never a problem. Money was never an issue. He promised me a Porsche. He promised me a new house. It was always about Tiffany. Anything under the sun that I wanted, it was always within my reach because he said he would give me the world. He said he would give me everything. And, just answering the phone call, you're my husband. You're supposed to answer the phone.
Mr. Hamoud, what would you like to say?
She's very insecure. She's very insecure. If I'm at work, I'm working 3 jobs now, trying to keep up with her spending. And
He's trying to make
She's a little high maintenance.
Yes,
She
ma'am.
told that on herself already.
Yes, ma'am, she is.
She's a little high maintenance.
Very, very high.
No.
Ms. Mike, I didn't let him interrupt you, and I will not allow you to interrupt him. Go ahead, Mr. Hamoud.
The way she met me at the club was she thought I was a bouncer at the club at the time until I was walking out of the office and she realized I was the owner. Then all of a sudden, hi.
She lit up.
Yeah, she lit up.
That is...
And like a gold digger type thing. I really didn't think anything about it at the time, but now the more things come around, the more I see it.
Okay. Talk to me about, we're going to get to that because that is a huge issue, the financial things, because it's, she had a long conversation over here. She only said one thing that was not money related, and that was about the phone calls. She says in the beginning of your marriage, no matter what you were doing, you would stop what you were doing and talk to her on the phone, and then that slowly dissipated. What is your response to that?
Ma'am, at that time, the construction business was really good at that time. I've had employees and I would pay them and they would work, and And I was there on the job just supervising at that time. But after the economic crash, I had to go to work.
Yeah.
I had to go to work, and now it's like when I'm on the roof or I'm working, it's hard for me to answer the phone. In fact, I did get earphones for my hands-free earphones, so I can talk to her as I'm working.
How often do you call him?
A lot.
50 times a day.
No. How often do you call him?
I do call him a lot, but I
need a number. Give me a range. What's the
50 times a day.
ballpark?
maybe 50, maybe 10 times. Maybe.
A day.
It's gotta be more
And
than
what
that.
do you want?
I just want to talk to him.
What do you do during the day?
Well, during the day, I don't do much, but at night, I come to the gym and I teach fitness classes. I
See.
personal train.
Maybe you need to get a hobby so you can not call him all day.
And
What does she want when she calls you?
just
Hey,
like she
what's
said,
going on?
just to talk. See, I mean, give me the price of tomatoes.
Yeah, just
Sometimes.
whatever.
You know,
But you know what? Okay,
I built her a gym. I built her a cardio room at my gym, so she knows where I'm at, and
Did
she's
you do
there.
that?
Yes.
Did he do that?
And he's a great guy for that, but I just feel like he would just do so much in the beginning as far as making me a priority, and I don't feel like I'm a priority. And then
I don't understand what he's not doing now. I don't get it.
he just called me a gold digger. I'm not a gold digger.
Well, now, hang on. I'm gonna decide that in a minute.
When Divorce Court continues, is Muhammad the genuinely good guy he appears to be?
I have all his passcodes to his Facebook, his cell phone, everything. And I check his Facebook, and like there are women talking to him.
I don't understand how you could have a good-looking guy who thinks the sun rises and sets in your eyes. I don't understand what it is you think you deserve that is better than that. Give me something concrete that he once did but no longer does that makes you feel neglected.
I have all his passcodes to his Facebook, his cell phone, everything. And I check his Facebook, and like there are women talking to him. He didn't do that in the beginning. Now he's doing it now.
Well, what kind of things are these women saying?
Like this chick that he knows from this.
Somewhere, yeah.
She likes everything on his page. Like she likes everything on your page. And so I start talking to her, making her think that I was him. And he's telling her about my cardio class. Like, yeah, you should work out with my wife. And she's like, no, I want to work out with you. Laugh out loud, ha, ha, ha.
And how is, now wait a minute. This man is on Facebook with some random chick. We don't know what she's up to, but all we know for sure is he's trying to get you business from her. Why is he a bad guy for that?
Because it's other situations where when he owned the nightclub, because we just let the nightclub go about, a couple of years ago, he had some city worker call his phone. He said, oh, this lady hooks me up with my permits and stuff, so I'm gonna invite her out to the nightclub. Someone else runs the nightclub they run those parties. They do all that stuff. So why is she calling your phone? So I called her back. Like, there's like little things like that. Like
she knows everything I do. She took the phone out of my hand and called this lady back and starts like embarrassing me. Why are you calling my husband? Why are you doing this? Embarrassing the lady, and I do business with her.
Right.
She works at she's
Let me
a city
explain
official.
business to you, Ms. Michael. When you're talking to somebody that you need to get permits from and is very important, they want to talk to the head honcho. They want to talk to the big man. He's trying to make money, so he doesn't send the junior people. If he needs something from somebody, he shows himself. That shows her respect. That gets him what he wants. It's called business, Ms. Michael. It's adult thing.
She's a beautiful young lady. Beautiful young lady. Look at her. She's gorgeous.
But I just feel like I know how we met. And, he was going through a divorce and he was having some issues. And, we've been having our issues. And then,
what kind of issues are you having?
I just feel like when this lady calls his phone, like they didn't used to call before, or like the Facebook or the text messaging and just different things like, oh, well, I'm coming here. I know how women are.
How many different levels of foolishness can you engage in? I don't understand how you could have a good-looking guy who thinks the sun rises and sets in your eyes, who works like a dog through good times and bad, who builds a space in his gym so you can practice your business, who talks to his other clients about going to you so you can have more money. I don't understand what it is you think you deserve that is better than that. I mean, what have you brought to the table? I mean, other than being young and cute, what do you bring to his table?
I do everything he needs me to do with the construction company. I'm there with the gym. I go and open it up. Sometimes I'll close it up. I'm great with the kids. The kids are, I don't call them stepchildren. I call them bonus children. And I just feel like I'm there for him totally and 100%. And all I do is I call you and you don't answer the phone. I don't feel like that's fair. And I feel like it's a lot of double standards. There's things I like to do. There's things.
Explain the double standards to me.
Okay, for example, just a couple of days ago, I went and bought a pair of shoes. He was with me, you know, we were shopping. He hates it, but he will go with me. And I just, okay.
Now the man has sprouted angel wings. What do you mean? I've been married 23 years. My husband hasn't gone shopping with me yet.
When divorce court continues, will Tiffany ever strike gold?
I have a Mercedes. I wanted a Porsche.
I mean a Porsche. My bad. My fault. I'm wrong. And you do want children of your own. And Mr. Hamoud, did you discuss that with her?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
It's a legitimate desire. Did you
Did
you say that you would accommodate her in that regard?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I did.
What are you gonna do?
Well, here's my thing. I grew up without a father. My father died when I was 6.
Right.
And I would hate to bring a child into this world with us having troubles like this, and my child would have to try to grow up without a father. And I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to my children.
He's trying to make me out to be a bad person.
Oh, listen, you've been talking 80% to his 20%. Your problem is you. How long were you married when the trouble started? How long was it good?
It was good for, I mean, all the 6 years, anything I wanted. Like if I said I wanted, you know, new furniture, new laptop, he would always, even if I said I just wanted flowers, he would just send them
Did you
to
hear
me.
what you just said? He said, we've been arguing, the marriage hasn't been good. And I said, how long has the marriage not been good? And you talked about all the material things that he had gotten you. Not about arguing, not about the kids, not about conversations that you didn't have or feelings that he hasn't been able to express, but you started talking, itemizing those things that you got, and hence made the relationship good. If the money had kept flowing, if you had a Mercedes and an addition on the house, we wouldn't be here, right?
I have a Mercedes. I wanted a Porsche.
I mean a Porsche. My bad. My fault. I'm wrong. You still love her, Mr. Hamoud, don't you?
Yes, ma'am, I always have.
You want it to work out, don't you?
Yes, ma'am.
If I had the power, I'd clone you and sell you. You're a wonderful guy.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
You're a quiet, nice, wonderful guy.
Thank you very much. Thank you, I try.
You'd be the biggest fool this side of the Mississippi if you let this man go. You have to work for the things you want. You have to sacrifice for the things you want. He doesn't want to have kids with you because he doesn't think you're quite up to the job. He doesn't think that the marriage is a stable and a good one. He's beginning to see that as the money wears down, your love is wearing out, and he doesn't want to bring a child into that. If you want to have children with him, you have to show him that you are worthy to be the mother of his children. The mother of his children. The mother of his children does not keep her hand out saying, I want. The mother of his children must take her hands and embrace. And I don't think you're capable of that. If you want what you really want, then you have to show him you're a grown woman and not a little girl with his hand in his pocket. Quit calling that man 10 times a day. He's trying to work to bring you all the stuff that you want. He has the right not to be bothered, and you don't have the right to be entertained 24/7, 365. It just doesn't work like that. You have to prove that you are capable of having children. You have to prove that you are woman enough. And when I mean woman enough, I mean have the ability to sacrifice, to do without, to not get what you want. Motherhood don't Porsche. Motherhood SUVs. That's what it is. Did anything I say make any sense to you, Ms. Michael?
I still feel strong about how I feel. I just think that, you know, it was a lot of false promises, and he knew how I was, and I didn't lie to him.
I'm doing you the biggest favor anybody has ever done you by telling you not to leave this man. I'm doing the biggest favor that anybody has ever done for you by telling you to grow your heart and to pull back your hand. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing you the biggest. He's fantastic. And you can't do any better. You can't. You just can't. Brad Pitt's taken, that's it. Oh, I do like you so.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You still want her, don't you?
She's a good person inside. She really is. You just got to get it out of her.
I'm gonna give you my book. It's called Making Marriage Work. It talks about what a wife does. It talks about what a husband does. It talks about what it takes to be married. And married isn't just giving and money and all this. It talks about all the stuff you need to do. You do that stuff, he'll give you those children, and eventually once the children get grown, you'll get your Porsche and all of that. But he loves you, and he must love you for a reason. I'm not gonna give you anything, because that $42,000 will be the worst investment you've ever made in your life. I'm giving you the obligation, the duty to try to make it work out with this guy, because he's gonna meet you more than halfway. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
All right.
Welcome back. Please, run from materialistic woman. If you're a good man, try. It's very, very terrible when you are materialistic. You see how the woman was. Hear this. When you are materialistic, you act ungrateful. Ingratitude, you display it. Because materialism suspends your brain. Your brain will be suspended. You can't even think. You don't consider the other one. You act very selfish. Selfish woman. The man was even doing 3 jobs. 3 jobs to meet her needs. Yet, she didn't even see it. She don't even care about the man. Materialism. Run away from it. If you're a woman watching this video, kill it. It's a spirit. Kill it before it destroys you. Kill it. Because the man was not picking her call or calling as he used to call. Okay, she didn't even care. Even his company was not even, his company crashed. She didn't even know. She was just focused on herself. Materialism. Please don't be materialistic. Don't be materialistic. And if you're a good man watching this video, run away. Run away. I pray for you that God will order your step. God will give you sense that you will not go and choose a materialistic woman, a woman that will not appreciate your good. Please kill materialism. Kill it. Everything that we have, will leave them here. There is nothing you have that you leave this world with. We will all die. You will die one day and leave it. So why killing yourself for material things? Why? So run. And if you're a woman, you just discover that you are focusing on that is it. That's the threat. That's how it begins. You only focus on yourself. My husband has not done this. My husband has not done this. He promised to do this. He promised to do that. What have you promised? You can't you promise and fulfill it? Promise is the only men that give to women. Women to give to men. What are you adding to his life? What are you adding to his life? Child! May God deliver you from wrong choices. God bless you. Please, don't be materialistic. Don't be materialistic. Woman, don't be. Don't be. Man, think before you choose. Don't make a promise. God bless you. Woman that is not considerate. Woman that does not even think about your own well-being. Doesn't even know how your company will survive. Whether your company is surviving or she's just demanding. Be wise. Learn from this one. Bye-bye.